Hey everyone! Welcome back to another speed build. I'm Lumvia and thanks for checking out the video as we are going down into a witchy build. So today we are building in the world of Windenburg. This world is from the Get Together expansion pack. If you know, like a lot of lots here are very pubbish and Tudor style, but I wanted to build a house that's perfect for a small family that's sort of hidden away, kind of blending in, kind of not. Seems like a normal family that sticks to themselves. But yeah, I do have a backstory for you all where we're gonna go and explore and kind of talk about this little family. So imagine a single father who just found out his kids has magical gifts, like spellbinding types of gifts. And in order to protect them, they moved away from their old home in Newcrest to live here. This lot is actually a bit hidden away, pretty far from the main town area, that way his kids can blend in with the community, but not so connected to the community, whereas obviously they're a little different. As for his spouse, that's the mystery. One moment they're there and then the next morning they were gone. The only thing that they left behind was a note saying, "I will return." Mind you, this man didn't even know that they had spell gifting abilities until his oldest nearly set their kitchen on fire by the slight wave of their hand. So to see his own children have gifts, he's partly blaming his spouse that ran away because he figured they had all the answers and he doesn't know where to start. But the real drama was when his own parents sat him down and explained to him he has a bloodline of spellcrafters. He just happened to be skipped from the gifts, but seemed to pass down to his kids. It was just his parents didn't know how to explain it to him. Like, I can go on, but I got some drama and twists that's ready to go with the storyline. From that little story that I told you all, as you can see, I really want to start a Let's Play, but I'm terrified after the last update that destroyed the original 100 baby challenge that I was going to do. I can do some crazy storylines, but if one more update comes through and destroys my game files again, just like everyone else who went through it, I'm not going to be happy. Like, even my forever files have been destroyed. But yeah, I've been mourning as I now have to start all over. But yeah, if you like this video, or if you really want me to do a Let's Play, leave a comment below and I'll try my best to hopefully put one together, as I'm still low-key terrified to do so. So yeah, about this home. I use a lot of content from the Realm of Magic game pack. From these gorgeous stained and unique design windows, and majority of the stone exterior from this game pack was really put to use. And in this home, there are 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms, with a half bathroom on the first floor. The reason I chose these colors is because I really want to challenge myself to use bolder colors, mainly colors that usually scare me. Neutrals and I are best friends. Experimenting with colors is more for me to get better building, but it also keeps it interesting for you all to watch. And since I do put videos out, not as routinely as I once was, I don't want to keep posting like the same color themes if I don't have to. So if you are planning to download the build from the gallery, which you can through Lumvia, that's my channel name, and of course the only way to really find me on the gallery, you can definitely change the interior and the exterior of however you like. Honestly, I just like showing you all the builds I do when I got some downtime. But yeah, I really hope you like this build, and if you like this video, please click the like button. That way I can see what you all are more interested in for future builds. It seems like people like my larger to my container builds I've done in the past. So I'll be doing more of those, but I'm also going to continue dropping in some unique or different builds. I'm really excited to show you all the future builds as I'm really starting to experiment and making them a little bit more detailed and different. Of course, you all are seeing me work on the exterior, and I'm using a lot of items from the live edit objects, which I'm starting to really be obsessed with using them. I just wish I have used these items earlier because they're so detailed and colorful. Of course, I'm still using some landscaping items, like the plants and trees that are from the build option, but I'm usually using them for some color. And I love that you'll see me add these gorgeous flowers. And of course, you'll see me add on this gorgeous attached greenhouse that is over a mini pond, which was like a last minute idea I randomly had. And finally, you'll see me add some fun items for the kiddos, even with the narrow area that we have. Since I believe this lot is a 30 by 20, it's pretty narrow. Now with this kitchen, since the windows have this orangey brownish color, I figured match it with the cabinets. Surprisingly, I actually like these kitchen cabinets as they have this very retro vintage feel. And I honestly really like the dark green swatch, mostly. But this color worked so well with this backsplash that's from the Parenthood game pack. My goal for this kitchen was to balance out this bold orangey brown color with the softer, darker blues. And I feel like it worked for this kitchen as I continue to add some decor items that you'll see. And yes, the dining room table also came from the Realm of Magic game pack. Honestly, majority of this build came from the Realm of Magic game pack, mainly because it's so unique. And I wanted to actually use the items that I bought years ago. And I was thinking about maybe there are people out there who may be interested in buying this game pack and are trying to decide whether to buy it. I'll give you all my little tip. Only buy it when it's on sale. Otherwise, the gameplay isn't bad, but if you don't have a storyline behind it or have a motive really to use this pack, it would kind of just sit there because it doesn't really have a style. Maybe a little bit of a vintage-ish style if you want to really make it or use it, but otherwise I really can't see myself using it for most of my builds. So again, I would only recommend buying this pack if it's on sale and if it's a pack that you've been really kind of eyeing. Now we are moving on into the living room, which I decided to use these baby blue couch set from the Cozy Kish kit. Ha, I got it right this time. I figured this blue could work lovely in this room against these windows, just like the kitchen, bringing a bit of softness to this area. Then I went all in, using darker wood swatches for furniture items, from the coffee table to the entertainment center and the bookshelves. So I ended up switching to a darker blue paint for the walls. You can definitely go back with a warmer original color like I originally had, but I felt like the orangey brown was a bit overwhelming in color. So using this darker blue kind of tones it down, and I end the room by adding some final decor items. The entryway is pretty simple, as I'm still using items from the Realm of Magic game pack. I added a circle rug and plant setup for the middle of the room for a focal point, and in general I kind of kept this whole area pretty simple. okay with this master bedroom. I really thought about the single father and how to build around with that in mind. Of course, this home can be used for a single mother or in general a family home. Again, I'm just decorating this room based on the storyline I created earlier. I chose to go with darker colors as to maybe reflect his inner thoughts. He's, taking care of his kids, going to work. He's doing all of this on his own, like most single parents, of course. Then he's really trying to make things work since he just discovered his children has spellcaster gifts. But there are some lightness going on in his room, as you'll see me add some greenery along with these cream tone curtains. He'll be fine, he just has some stuff to work through. Also, there's nothing wrong with single parents, just wanted to go ahead and say that, as there seems to be some form of stigma around it. As I've always said, as long as those kids or kid is being taken care of, that's all that matters. But yeah, those curtains came from Business and Hobbies expansion pack, which these curtains come in 3 different sizes and they're really starting to grow on me. They look so thick and luxurious, and they come in a bunch of different color swatches. I really like how this teen bedroom turned out. It's a blend of a boho and kind of spiritual theme. As I've read somewhere that purple is connected to like the intuition side and the transformation. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I can really build a whole storyline around this color and this whole room as it naturally flows with the decor. Which of course, all of these items came from the high school years expansion pack. I really need to branch away from this pack when creating teen rooms, but all the items are just so good. But yeah, I really love how the furniture items has this blend of light and dark elements, which is super perfect because it kind of shows this teen is going through like a stage of finding themselves and learning what they can and cannot do. As for this toddler's bedroom, I was thinking very nature oriented with a mixture of cottage theme. That way, maybe this toddler has some nature connections as a gift. Maybe they can control air, water. Am I going into airbender stage? Bear with me, y'all. But yeah, I was thinking super nature oriented. So I had a lot of fun with these items for this small room. And of course, I love adding these decals to the wall. So this upstairs hallway was pretty easy to decorate with pops of color from the wall paintings you'll see, and I wanted to keep it pretty simple. Just a little area to sit down and read a book or, read a spellcasting book. Although you can change this area to anything you want, maybe a chess table or like a mini RC area, to whatever you all want and fits your storyline or your gameplay. Onwards to the bathrooms, which will be pretty much the same for each one, a little bit different depending on what bathroom it is. I decided to go with this adorable base game tiling with this flooring that I believe is from Business and Hobbies expansion pack. I could be wrong. I went with a blue theme since majority of the house is of this color. And I love the sink with the gold accents that goes great with the tiling of the wall. Of course, the master bathroom will be decorated the same way. I'll just be adding my favorite shower and bath combo and a stackable washer and dryer. As for the final half bathroom on the first floor, it's just like the upstairs bathroom, but half version where it's just a sink, a mirror, and a toilet. Because I don't know about y'all, but I can't imagine running upstairs to use the bathroom when you're watching a movie or doing something in the kitchen. Although never mind, my college apartment was set up like that, where majority of my life was kind of done upstairs, but we all had our own bathrooms and bedrooms downstairs. It was a weird setup. And no, it wasn't like a luxury apartment for college. Actually, it was pretty cheap and expensive parking. Anyway, let's get back to the build as I let you all watch the rest of the bathrooms being created. As for the final decor that's going on outside, I placed a simple bench and chair setup that came from Backyard Stuff Pack on the front porch. Honestly, this swatch is probably my favorite go-to swatch because of the boldness of the red, and it always pops against any kind of dark backgrounds. And finally, the attached greenhouse. So I decided to add this to the house because I figure as his oldest child is becoming more in tune with who they are, they can finally do some small experiments. But obviously they can't just do that in their backyard or someone will see them, of course. So with this greenhouse, it's like almost like they're pretending they're gardening, but really they're learning how to do witchcraft. They're learning how to preserve and create items for their spells. So they're pretty much learning how to do witchcraft, or well, spell crafting. And that's pretty much what I was planning when I created this. Like every part of this house, I kind of made it that way it plans and works together to fit this storyline. But fortunately, you can use this home in any way you all wish. As now we are showing the final screenshots of this build. If you'd like to download this build, you can do so on a gallery from Lumvia. And if you liked this video and maybe it made you smile, leave a cozy little like and subscribe to join the Soft Soul Squad. Until next time, stay cozy, dreamy, and kind. Bye y'all.